Welcome to another edition of Above the Net. I'm your host, Vazzano. We've got Tennessee Tech head volleyball coach Dave Zelenock, of course, joining us for this week's Above the Net. And take us through the past week, and obviously two of the tougher teams in the conference, both Murray State and Austin Peay, are each 7-1.
Yeah, I mean, they're the number one teams. Vastly different teams. You know, Murray plays a style that's just difficult for us to play with, and then Austin Peay played a little bit more straightforward, but I think we were still reeling from the night before, and we just didn't come out very well.
So then you look at this week in practice, what do you think have to be some of the main focuses?
We need to keep our speed. You know, on Saturday we played the slowest game that I've seen us play in a long time. So we need to get back to the speed that we normally play with and the aggression. Our serves, our passing, everything needs to speed up where it normally is to play with SIUE. I think SIUE is one of the best teams in the conference, top to bottom. I mean, their record may not put them at number one, but they're a very good team, and we're going to have to be very good if we're going to compete with them.
Our player this week on Above the Net is sophomore Sydney Lemon. She had the opportunity to played well against Austin Peay. What's it been like to coach her?
You know, Sydney's an interesting kid. She's a bit of a character, and you know, it took a while to get used to her style and to figure out how to coach her best. But when we just keep things positive and sunny and happy, she's really good, and you just remind her the things she needs to do. She's not a kid that you yell at and holler at, because it just doesn't work that great for her. You just got to just remind her nicely.
And lastly, you kind of touched on it, but SIU Edwardsville comes in Friday night, and then Saturday, Eastern Illinois. What do both these teams bring to the table?
They have kids from the Midwest who are good volleyball players. You know, athletically, it's fine. We match up fine with them. There's no one touching 10-6 or anything like that, but they just have very high volleyball IQs. They have coaches who are very smart and have taught these kids the game really well. And then they have some athletes too, but we got to play a smart brand of volleyball this weekend to keep up with these kids.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Sophomore Sydney Lemon is this week's player here on Above the Net. And we just had the chance as we were setting up. There was serving drill going on. Fortunately, that's ended, but you're ready to save us, right, if need be?
I got your life.
Okay,
You're in good hands.
I was pretty nervous going through that. But now going back to this past weekend, you had the opportunity to play against both Murray State and Austin Peay. Played well against Austin Peay with 5 kills, hit 571. Had to be good to shake some of that rust off.
Yeah, it was tough going in there. It was really stressful. We were really shaky, but I was glad to bring some stability to the team and, just do what I could. Wish it turned out differently, but.
So as a sophomore and last year, your freshman season, coming from California here to Cookeville, what's been the biggest difference in terms of transitioning from your freshman year now into your sophomore season?
D1 athletics is tough. I've definitely become way more serious, not that silly freshman anymore, and it's been a good growth.
So you head into this weekend with a couple more OVC matches. What's practice been like following the 2 tough losses this past weekend?
There's definitely a lot of urgency to get better and execute the things that we need to work on and just try to turn things around.
And lastly, Sydney, with this being an exciting weekend, it's homecoming, there's a lot of events on campus. That has to be real fun for your team, so you got to be pretty pumped.
Yes, we hope a lot of people come to our game this weekend, and we're expecting a good game.
Well, absolutely, and this weekend, Friday, SIU Edwardsville. That's at 7 o'clock right here in the Hoop, and then Saturday at 5:30 will be the start time against Eastern Illinois. That's going to do it for this week's Above the Net. Join us next week.